Right, it's time for business, and Sandra Afeno has joined me in the studio. Hello, Sandra.
Hello, Israel. Good to see you back.
Yeah.
And
Good to see you
the issue at hand is really hot. We've been having
it's
our
quite a
banter.
controversy, actually.
Yes, but we'll try to get some clarity on this whole FX Development Committee and their role.
All
so
right.
That's what I'll be doing
You take it
in
away.
business. I am Sandra Esenam Apen. I'm here for business. Now, the formation of an FX Development Committee by the Ministry of Finance last Friday has generated public debate, with many describing it as unnecessary and waste of time. Others have also blamed the media for misinforming the public as to the core mandate of the committee. The committee was, among other things, reported to investigate and also advise governments on managing the CD's performance. So where is the confusion? We'll hear from the Deputy Minister of Finance, Charles Edu Buahin, on what exactly the role of this FX Development Committee is. But first, could this be the same committee promised last year? Here's Finance Minister Kendo Ferrata addressing Parliament when Ghana exited the IMF program.
Currently, the city has witnessed substantial gains with the measures we have put in place. Based on the existing sound macroeconomic fundamentals, we anticipate the stability of the city going forward. Indeed, the city has appreciated by 5.12% in March 2019 alone, as against a depreciation of 2.7% in the same period last year. It is this success, Mr. Speaker, that we need to build on and put in place the structures to strengthen the resilience of the city against its major trading currencies. Mr. Speaker, we recognize the need to take the following steps. A, enhance the transparency of our foreign exchange market to minimize information asymmetry and panic buying of currency by businesses and the public when there are seasonal blips in the currency. Develop our capital market, insurance, and pension industries to ensure that government domestic borrowing relies less on foreign portfolio investors. Mr. Speaker, the President has directed that I investigate the structural causes for the depreciation of the city and to propose measures to address the situation. The Governor and I will put a bipartisan committee together to proceed immediately.
Well, so we are told this is supposed to be a bipartisan committee. Members are made up of representatives from the Ministry of Finance, the Bank of Ghana, the Agric Ministry, the Association of Ghana Industries, among others. So what are they supposed to do exactly? Here's Deputy Minister of Finance Charles Edu Buahin speaking to the media last Friday when the committee met for the first time.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you are all aware, foreign exchange volatility remains a major concern for government as it impacts real output growth and also increases price inflation. As has empirically been established, the seasonal fall in the value of the cedi can be explained by external headwinds and cyclical domestic demand for forex by corporates and individuals for trade settlements in recent times. Increased demand by the energy sector actors as well. The other factor exacerbating the situation relates to currency market speculation. Given the debilitating impact of the cedi depreciation on the Ghanaian economy, the government has established a Foreign Exchange Developments Committee to offer policy alternatives to address this challenge. The formation of this committee comes on the heels of a directive by Cabinet which was endorsed by Parliament. Ladies and gentlemen, let me reiterate that the work of the committee is not to infringe on the independence of the central bank in the operation of its foreign exchange operations, but rather to complement it. This is a very important point that we should take heed of. Ever since the redenomination of the Ghanaian cedi under the J.A. Kufuor-led administration, where the cedi was almost at par with the US dollar, the value of the currency has seen swings mostly in one direction against major trading currencies. For instance, by September 2019, the currency cumulatively had depreciated by 9.33% against the US dollar compared to 7.81% during the same period in 2018. Compared against other major trading currencies, the Ghana cedi depreciated by 4.87% against the euro and 5.66% against the pound sterling in 2019, relative to 4.38% and 7.57% during the same period in 2018, respectively. Ladies and gentlemen, the rather unexpected swings occasioned the Bank of Ghana to introduce swift and timely interventions to address the situation. Among the measures initiated included the introduction of FX forward contracts. This laudable measure remains an effective mechanism for addressing excess liquidity, managing risk and expectations, as well as aiding in price discovery. This is also a sure way to handle both demand and supply of foreign currency in our markets. Again, ladies and gentlemen, increases in foreign flows, including the Eurobond issuance, helped dampen pressures on the currency.
We have been trying to speak to at least one member of this committee, but no luck so far. But this is what economist Professor Gotti has been saying.
Almost all the things that have been captured as the term of reference for the committee were the things that they were announcing that they were doing as part of their mandate as enshrined in Article 183 of the 1992 Constitution, in which they are the sole institution that will ensure the promotion and management of currency in Ghana, and that is what they have been doing all this while. What we have sought to do by establishing this committee, especially chaired by the finance minister, and if you also look at it, majority of the people are coming outside the Bank of Ghana, clearly indicates to people who want to be critical that you are indicating to the public that the central bank has failed, when in reality the central bank has not failed. What we have not been able to do in the past is that we've not been able to coordinate our sectoral activities very well to align with the policy direction of the Bank of Ghana. I'm saying this because when you listen to the Agri Minister, he was talking about importation of rice to the tune of about 1 billion Ghana cedis, importation of sugar, importation of poultry products into the country. These are issues that policy implementation should have addressed if we are mindful of the policy implementation guidelines and the directives that the Bank of Ghana has been giving in almost all the reports that it issued, its participation in cabinet in providing guidelines about currency management and revealing things that they have found out from their research to economic management team, etc. So for you to come all of a sudden to form a committee, that is not supposed to be your committee. I believe people will read meaning to it in the market, and that is not the best. The only thing that one is questioning.
Lots of public debates currently going on this current development and story. I'm sure we'll be revisiting it for more updates, but that's how we end the first part of business. I am Sandra Esinamap, and I'm back after 8 p.m. with more business news.